Hey, I'm Andrea, and in this video we're going to talk about Jeffrey Springs, break him down, and why signing him to a 4-year, $31 million extension was a strategic move for the Rays. So starting off, we're going to look at Springs versus right-handed hitters. So Springs stands on the extreme third base side of the rubber and has a crossfire delivery. What that means is it makes it a little harder for batters of the opposite hand to make clean contact. So versus righties, he uses all three of his pitches, which is the changeup, four-seam, and the slider. And the changeup is actually his primary pitch versus right-handed hitters. And while it only has an average shape, it gets amazing results. He uses it in the low outer third, and he gets really high chase, good end zone miss, and his xwOBA is over 100 points better than average. He uses his four-seam middle and up versus right-handed hitters, and while his four-seam is on the slower side at 91 miles per hour, he gets above average extension. So the above average extension combined with elevating the pitch allows that velo to play up and making it even harder to hit. While it only gets an average amount of chase, it gets 15% more swing and miss than average. When Springs mixes in his slider to right-handed hitters, he's using it lower, middle, in. And even though it's thrown slightly harder than average, I think it's actually his weakest offering versus righties. He gets close to average in-zone miss, below average chase, and below average xwOBA against. Now we'll look at Springs versus left-handed hitters. So while his changeup is his best pitch, he's not using that versus left-handed hitters. He's only using his slider and his four-seam. He uses his slider middle outer third versus left-handed hitters, and while it only gets an average amount of chase, it's actually getting a lot more contact on those pitches out of zone than average. But the good news is he does get a lot of ground balls with the pitch, and the xwOBA is slightly better than average. When he uses his four-seam versus lefties, he's not elevating it as much as he does versus right-handed hitters. And unfortunately, a lot of the time it's ending up right in the heart of the zone, leading to hard contact. So the results are slightly below average, mostly due to that hard contact. Overall, I view Springs as a back-of-the-rotation starter who's better suited to face right-handed hitters. But I do think there are two strategic reasons why the Rays would offer him this extension. And the first has to do with Shane McClanahan and Drew Rasmussen. Right now, they're both pre-arbitration, but as they enter their arbitration years, they're going to become quite expensive. With Jeffrey Springs having a breakout year in 2022, the Rays are able to take advantage of his success and offer him a more team-friendly deal if they think that his changes and his success is sustainable. And I think based on some changes in his pitch mix that he made this year, including throwing the slider less, throwing the changeup more, I think his success is sustainable into next season. The second reason is the possible loss of Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow has 2 more seasons with the Rays, but as we know, as Rays fans know unfortunately, they have the tendency to trade their top starting pitcher the season before they reach free agency. So it's possible the Rays start looking to trade Glasnow at the end of this year or at the trade deadline next year. And while that still leaves them with McClanahan, Rasmussen, and Eflin, the Rays rely so heavily on their starting pitching to be elite that if they could lock someone up now and have an above-average rotation for the foreseeable future, they're going to do that. What do you think of the Springs extension? If you liked this video, please hit subscribe and follow me on Twitter @ScalcoReport. Thanks for watching!